Hello and welcome to the RogueLands Ultimate Weapons series. Today we're going to be looking at Caius Pyre. This is a gauntlet. You make it by combining the Flame Lash, max rank of course, with a Darkened Prism in Mech City. Now, this one has an odd mechanic. Wherever you point your cursor, you can click. And whenever you click, you spawn a little fire turret. And the little fire turret functions in the same way that the gadget turrets do, where you click them down and then wherever you point your mouse cursor, they'll fire out a projectile. But it's quite slow, a little bit laborious, but you get to see it in action in just a second. But here's the animation for how it works. So left click to spawn a turret, and then if I hold my cursor either side of it, up or down, fires 3 projectiles apparently. It will fire in any direction you want it to go in. That's it. The benefit to this is that the actual projectiles scale with your magic plus half of your tech. That is magic plus tech divided by 2. Which means it does do a decent amount of damage, and you can spam them. There's an internal cooldown, but you can do this basically, and all just fire them off at once. So it does a little trail, like something out of Super Meat Boy. That sort of level of craziness. Here we go. This should be good. A nice little test. So yeah, what you can do as well, you can spawn the turrets on enemies, so they have to be hit by the projectile, and you can kill them relatively quickly. But it has like the oddest, at least to me, it has the oddest little animations, because obviously everything takes a little while to come out after spawning the turret in the first place. So it does take premeditation to use, which isn't my favourite thing in the world. But all in all, pretty good. The damage is nice, the scaling's pretty good, and as far as things go, it's fairly good. Just in the grand scheme of things, it is a pretty good weapon. But as you saw there, and I might show you again in just a second, it's different because your projectiles don't come from you. And when your projectiles don't come from you, it's like if I'm clicking here, as you normally would, with a gun or a staff or a gauntlet, you'd try and aim the other side of the enemy. Whereas with this, you do that, and you might not hit them. And so you have to think differently, and having a different mindset in this game is refreshing, but also a little bit different, and would take some getting used to. But if you've got a magic and tech character, or a magic tech character, if you prefer that contraction, then of course it's probably a good thing for you. It's just bizarre for me where the actual damage doesn't come from where you are, it comes from, other places instead. But you can destroy bosses with it. So you can pop all these down and just fire them at Uragorak and he's gone already. It's ridiculous, because obviously projectiles pierce, they do 150% damage based over 2 stats. It's really nice damage wise. I'm just not a big fan of the flavour, to be honest. I'm more of a prawn cocktail kind of man, and you're trying to give me cheese and onion, it's just not something that I'm into. But I can see why it's a good thing, and I can see why people might be into it in general. But that's pretty much all I have to say on it. I wish I'd maybe got a bit more experience with it, but the first time I used this weapon I decided I didn't like it. And this is part of the reason why. Wasps are the devil, and you kind of have to change how you'd fire any given gauntlet or staff or whatever to use this weapon properly, and it's just too much thinking, not enough doing for me, unfortunately. But there you go, that's Caius Pyre. Again, you make it by combining a Flame Lash gauntlet, max rank, with a Darkened Prism in Mech City. All in all, decent weapon, just not the kind of thing I'm into. There you go. If you want to see more videos like this one, more things in the Ultimate Weapon series itself, please stay subscribed to the channel, because there's plenty more coming your way in the very, very, very near future. Obviously, please look after yourself before the next video, because I want to see you again. And obviously, I'll see you when you come back. Bye for now.